Good musical morning, everyone. Hello, welcome to another episode of Behind the Bench, where we take you behind, above, and beyond the repair bench here at Heid Music. So, I forgot to turn off some. Okay. First of all, we got a lot going on today. Okay, Molly's here, barely. Matt's here in his prime, so we got a lot going on.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
We got a lot going on today. Quick announcement, and I'll probably mention it again as we go through, but we're going to kind of hold off on the channel stream stuff until I get it all figured out. So I'm going to pop in and out here and make sure that that stuff's not activated. But the free chat-triggered events like the theme songs, they're still available. So you can still do those if you want. Once per 5 minutes. Don't spam it. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. But good morning, everyone. Shauna, good morning. Marty, hello. Anil, hello. Seth, good morning. Chris, good morning. Hey, can we get some real quick dings in the chat? See, it works. It works, as you say. See, it actually works as you just that. But, and it went off early for some reason. Okay, so still some things to work on. Still developing our stream. That's all right. It's almost a year old, so why not have it ready yet, Adam? Sounds good. Hey, dings in the chat for Marty there and Chris last week for streaming from our College Avenue location. I thought it was awesome, and I'd love to absolutely do more of that kind of stuff. So thank you so much, Chris and Marty, for showing us other aspects of what we do here at Heid Music. So dings in the chat. All right, but enough about them. No, don't look at Molly, camera. It's me, it's my time. It's been a week. And I haven't been on camera for a week, and I have to make up for lost time, you know?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. What are you trying to say, Molly?
She called you a diva.
Anyways, clip it. That'll be good for the recap. Just intense staring. All right. How are we doing today? So I have this new apron. It's not new. It's my nice apron. We have a photographer in doing pictures for stuff. And the leather strap doesn't quite feel right, but it is my nicest looking apron because it's got Heid Music, which is where we're at. And then my name, Adam. That's me. Your host of Behind the Bench. What is happening? So, anyways, enough of that garbo. What are we drinking today? What's in your cup? This is, I think, actually Karuba coffee, because we got a small little package of it. Got Gatorade. Let me guess, Molly, you're drinking unsweetened black iced tea. No! Just water?
Yeah.
Wow. Are you okay?
No.
Nah, we discussed that, yeah. And then you got mad at me.
What?
Never mind. Shop coffee. Marty was able to show off. If you missed it, go back and watch last week. It was a lot of fun. It was really cool. Got to show off the best tool in probably any shop, which is the shop coffee maker. And Marty's got a very, very good one. So, Cameron's coffee. There we go. Cheers, everyone. What if we did this? Should we do a morning cheers? Here we go. Everyone just cameras, clink, clink. There we go. So today, we back at it here. We have a couple M&R repairs to do on my side. Matt's got some cool stuff with an upgraded camera, so that'll be nice. And then, Molly. She is going to start the journey with everyone here. She's going to repad a saxophone all by herself. Well, not all by herself. Our tens of fans are going to be watching too, so that'll be. So you're going to do it on stream? I don't know. That's up to you, actually. Whatever your comfort level is. We're going to start it. You already did a saxophone disassemble.
Yeah.
Did that a couple weeks ago. So we'll do that again on this. We're calling it the repad horn. This is our education horn. Something that was taken from our rental pool that wasn't quite up to our standards of what we want to rent out, but it's still a usable horn, and we can also just kind of use it as an educational horn for new people coming in. It's kind of just going to get repatted over and over and over again. It's like in repair school, they used to have these horns that are just, it's just over and over. It's just like a trombone that just dent it, fix it, dent it, fix it every year. Same dent, same fix. But that's the, until it can't be fixed anymore. So anyways, tens and tens of fans. Yes, you're right. There's like 20. So, should we just get to it? Should we just start? Should we say like, Adam, stop talking? Adam, stop Adaming. All right, so let's go ahead and work on Instagram. Hey, look at this. Hashtag not sponsored, but I do have a brand new bench mat. The other one was getting kind of nasty. It's nice, right? It's clean. Just gonna do this for a little bit. Ooh, this is like, what's that, ASMR? Here, ready? Hold on. That's somebody's something. All right, so we have a snaxophone with an issue of some sort. So we're gonna go ahead and figure that out. But first, Adam, oh, come on. Gotta get my sax stand. You guys seen my sax stand? It's new. New to me. There we go. Okay. This is in for some reason, and we're gonna figure out why together as a fan. Oh, well, that's probably why. Oofa doofa. Oh, great. Is this one dropped? Okay. All right, so I do want to do this one on camera. I do want to show what we do with this. Unfortunately, I not set up to show this stuff yet, but next week we should be good to go. So here's the problem. Can you see the dent there, the E flat right here? Pretty nasty, holy cats. Look at that. See how much that's in? That's pretty bad, which means a lot of these keys are not closing, and it's pretty bad. So that's going to involve some dent work, some things like that, which is all just over there, just beyond the camera. So we'll save this for next week because we do have some solutions. It's just I didn't prep for that. So we're gonna start with the clarinet instead. See, that's as much as I love just kind of hopping into these as like a surprise, like, hey, I don't know what's going on, let's figure it out together. Sometimes it pays to prep.
Tens of viewers will forgive you.
Yeah, my tens of viewers will forgive me. All right, so let's take a look at this clarinet instead. Let's do that, Let's do that instead. Ah, crumbs. I want to see if can we zoom in? Zoom initiated. There. So, let's see what's wrong with this clarinet. So, first thing I'm going to do, we will flush the mouthpiece. Ooh. Kind of gross, kind of nasty, right? We do that on every mouthpiece. But let's take our leak light here. Whoops, not that one, Adam. Help us get a glimpse at what's going on the inside. Let's go over small leak light. This is like, what was the latest Star Wars show? The Acolyte? No.
Was Andor?
Is it Andor? The one with the Sith, who was a hidden Sith, and he had a lightsaber that split off into a smaller lightsaber. Can anyone help me? No? Okay. Someone will know it. I was trying to do like a big lightsaber or small light. Never mind. You know what? You're off your game. All right, so taking a look. Pads are verging on that line of perhaps you should get a repad in. Oh, okay. Here's a problem. Easy fix, but a problem nonetheless. It was the Acolyte. Thank you, Aaron. So, do you see how much wiggle we have in this? Whoa. Whoa. That screw's just loose. That's an easy fix. You be quiet over there. You can't make comments if you don't want to be on the stream. There we go. Get that pivot screw. And we check. Oh, yeah. Yeah, now it's good. I don't know what the problem was. Just got a couple screws loose. That's kind of a stolen joke. Everything else, no lost motion. We're closing, our pads are closing and sealing. Good. Oh, uh-oh. This one's pretty obvious. That's an issue. Ah, hey there, it's me, little Corky. Looks like you're trying to put your horn together. Would you like to not? Because I'm not working. Anyways, I don't know what that was. And he's back. See, this is why it's important that we let Chris and Marty stream sometimes, because we do need to add some sort of like credibility to the stream, and then I come in and just knock it down like a Jenga tower. They build up this beautiful Jenga tower, and I come in at the bottom and just pull the bottom three out. Oh, we like to have fun. We're just having fun. All right, so we'll replace that. Let's finish assessing the instrument, though. So we got our leak light in. I'm doing a quick check, see if there's anything glaring. I'm not seeing anything. Just well, we want a little tiny lost motion there on the AA flat so that the keys aren't, it's not keeping it open, right? So that's good. Corks aren't missing. All right, I think it was that screw in this tenon cork. So why don't we just go ahead and replace that tenon cork? Let's keep her going and keep her good. All right, easy to do. Scrape off the old one. All right, I'm getting my new, okay, now it's dirty. I need a new one now. It got dirty. I just have to constantly keep getting new ones. All right, the old cork is off. Now let's clean it up without denatured alcohol, as we all know. We're just gonna clean it up. Get this gunk off of here. That's my pet peeve when it comes to clarinets especially. There's always, you can see it here, we'll get it cleaned up too. There's always like a buildup of cork in the tenon and like the little corner right here. I don't know what you call that. Elbow? What would you call that? Pit? The tenon pit? But when it gets just caked with cork grease, it's just such a pet peeve of mine. It looks dirty and bad. And I feel like just cleaning that out, it takes 30 seconds. Clean that out. Boom. It looks so much better. All right. Just get some of that old cork off. Good. A little bit of that glue left. All right. And we'll get a new one on there. Oh, I'll get a new one on there, no problem, me. So, got my cork. It's right here. Right here. It's cork. I don't know why I gotta show that too long. It's funny, we had our, what was it? Our big Heid like huddle getaway. What was that called? The
Hangout.
Hide huddle hangout. That was tough. Anyways, it's a day where all the stores close down. Everyone gathers in one spot, one location, and we have kind of a professional development day as well as team building and things like that. Ignore the person behind me. That was good. But last time we were there, Molly had a fun time talking to all the other techs in person, and she does what I think is very, very cool, which is takes a common practice such as tenant cork and says, how do you do it? And you find out that there's a couple different ways people do it, right, Molly?
Yeah.
Everyone does it a little bit different, but the end product is the same. Here's how I do it, which I'm sure we've gone through before. First, you're gonna need a razor blade that isn't bad. So we'll get one of those. Fresh. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. Razor blade. Ooh. Okay. And these, okay, you know what, actually, worth it. There's a lot of different kind of razor blades out there. These ones are slightly more expensive, but wow, they are tremendously more sharp in a good way. They cut really smooth. It helps us get these nice, beautiful curved bevels when we trim corks. And you never, when a dull razor blade cuts through cork, you'll see these like gouges almost. It like kind of tears the cork as opposed to a clean, nice slice, which is what you want, the nice, clean slice. So if you're using a dull razor blade, your end product is gonna look not nearly as nice, not nearly as clean. And you know what? Here at Heid Music, we take that extra step. So what I do is I take the edge, bottom edge, and I put it into the shoulder, which is the correct word, thank you, Marty. Or as I like to call it, the pit, I guess, all right? And I just kind of hold it down there, and I just take my razor blade into the top edge and run it along the edge and just slice a little bit on the top. Then I go on the other side, do the exact same thing. So now I've got it marked. Do you see the, hard to see here. There we go. You can see the, no, come on camera. Work with me. There's a mark there, and there's a slice there. So I know exactly where I need to cut it. Then get a ruler. I can see those marks. So I line up my straight edge on those marks. Hold it tight. Make a nice, clean cut. No jagged edges, nice and smooth, straight. Again, if we, I wonder, should I wish I had, I think I just cleared out all my old razor blades because that one's not dull enough, but you got some dull ones? Yeah, well, maybe I'll get an example of what it looks like when you don't have a nice clean cut. If we look in here, fits. Hard to see. Fits right in there. So what I'm going to do, this is where, I don't know, I just haven't gotten the technique down to get a nice clean one cut bevel. But I bevel the end because when we layer over the cork, it's gonna lay over that bevel. So kind of like that. Whoop! It's like a cork hug, yes. So I'm gonna take my blade on camera, Adam. Just gonna carefully cut a bevel. Can you see that bevel? Oh, that's pretty good. Actually, that's probably the best bevel I've cut with a blade. I'm gonna take it a step further because I'm weird. I take my, just a regular emery board. I take that bevel that I just cut, I'm just gonna smooth it a little bit more and just bring it down just a little bit more. Just like that. Now, what I will do is some people will take we want to kind of compress the cork a little bit. It helps it from cracking if it's a little dry, which happens. Cork can dry out, but we try to keep it in a nice humidified place here in Green Bay. All locations have a nice spot for their cork. But one thing to help that is you can sometimes kind of tap it with a hammer. I just got a drumstick and I use it like a rolling pin, and I just flatten out the cork a little bit. You'll also notice that I'm rolling it in the curve that I want it to go in. So if I were to roll it opposite, it would curve the other way, which is not what I want, and there's a higher tendency for it to crack. So this is the curve I want it to go in. So I'm just doing a little bit of pressure, rolling it out. Doesn't take a lot. It kind of looks starting to curve like that. Well, that's pretty neat. Now we're gonna glue it. My glue's fine. I've used it. Yeah, okay, we're good. All right, so you glue 3 different spots. 1, the bevel, just the bevel, not the whole top part, okay? 2, the underside. This is the side that's going to connect to the body of the clarinet or the tenon. You don't want a ton of glue, it's just a light layer. Whoops. Okay, and then we're going to glue the tenon. Light layer in the tenon. Try my best not to get it up on the edges and whatnot, but it's easy to clean off. A little bit of friction will take it off. All right, and then we let that sit for a second. Because if you put it on wet, it won't adhere right away. We're looking for more of a dry, almost tacky texture. So we're gonna let that dry a little bit. You can see it's a little thing. I mentioned, right as I was saying, hey, don't put too much on, I was putting just a little too much on. But all that really does is take an extra second to dry. So while we're letting that dry, one thing I want to do is this pivot screw, if you recall on the bottom joint, came out. So we're just going to put a little bit of Loctite on the threads to keep that from coming out again. Because if I were to put it all the way tight, I noticed that it would bind the key. I don't want that. So we're gonna pull it out almost all the way. And I'm gonna use, this is a trick from Tim Arndt at the Warehouse. He's been with us, he's celebrating his 35th year this month with Heid music. So that's pretty awesome. But he has these old reeds that he kind of cuts up and makes these, no, that one's broken, that's all right. That's not his fault, that's mine. They're almost like little applicator, super thin applicator sticks. Use these to put glue on things that are maybe hard to reach, or it's quicker to just kind of do a cork on a key or something. He told me a couple different applications, so I want to try to see if I can put a little Loctite using this onto the thread. So we're going to try something today. I haven't tried this before, but we're going to give it a shot. I think it'll work. So I've got some thread locker here. So I'm just going to put a dab on the edge of my applicator. I'm just going to dab it. Boom. Perfect amount. That's great. It's just the threads. My tension for pivot screws is I go until it binds and I slowly back off until it doesn't bind anymore. Just a hair back besides that. So, all right, so this worked really, really well. So one of my problems with this particular tube of thread locker is that it just comes out like wild. I don't know if the air's in there or something, but I've always, had trouble not. It's a struggle to keep it nice and clean, or it requires a lot of cleanup after. But this worked really, really well. So thanks, Tim. That was great. I'm sure eventually I just need to get a new bottle of thread locker, but this one's here, it's been here, and it's still good. Why waste it? I just need to change the way I use it. Boom. Look at that. Ethan says he uses the old reeds for gluing orchestra items. So, oh, the side of the, no, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. On the orchestra side. No, you haven't had enough coffee. Sorry. I'm fine. Molly. All right. You know, everyone, I was gone for a little bit, and then Molly was gone for a little bit. It's been like a week, right? And she just won't let up. Like, she just keeps just turning the screws. I'm like, I don't know what I did to you. I thought we were friends, but apparently. No one can see you. All right, so talk what I'm doing, Adam. All right, so I've got the glue's good. So I put the beveled side down first, so that edge, but the glue side of the cork is going to the glued tenon. So when I put that first layer on, you want to make sure that that adheres really, really nicely. But if you were to just use your finger, the oils on your finger could interfere with the glue itself. So I can use my fingernail. I think that works pretty well. I haven't had issues with that. But once that is in, I'll just slowly go around and make sure that that's nice and straight. I typically look at one angle, usually the top, make sure that's really good. And the bottom typically falls in line. And we just slowly go around until it adheres like that. Boom. We have a little bit of extra, so we're going to trim that. And then we're going to save it because we can use this cork on keys. So I'll go back. Just trim that a little bit. And now we're ready to fit. So we'll do some sanding and things like that, but pretty good. Save this cork. Molly. Save the cork. Huh? Never mind. You're no fun today, Molly. Jeez. After I just said she's too much. She's too much. Oh, that's funny. All right. Whoa. Seth asks, with one of his patented great questions, Adam, if you woke up one morning and were turned into a cookie, would you eat yourself? That's deranged, dude. That's weird. That question is one tough cookie to swallow. That's pretty good, right? What happened to that? Matt, you gotta look at your phone.
Yell first.
Yeah, yell first. That's always the best thing to do. Call dropped. Oh no. Just recall. And hopefully it works. Here, I'll get it.
Quick, somebody play a theme song.
All right, sorry. 3 minutes. There we go, okay. Sorry, we're working on stuff here. We're working through stuff. Okay. There we go. All right. So, actually, now I think, oh, we know it's working before a call gets dropped or something. Matt, do you want to hop over? All right, so what we're going to do is, this just takes a little bit of sanding, which we'll get back to after in a moment. And right now, it's a really good time to head on over to the Grimestoppers, apparently. But we'll go see what Matt's going on. Oh, my camera went away too. This is so cool. It's the Matt Chat featuring Matt with Matt.
Hi. I'm Matt. I fix guitars. I got a new guitar I'm excited about, and since I have a captive audience, I'm gonna make you listen about it. This is an old G&L. It has a neck that was probably in a flood, which is how it came to me. Big, nasty split on the back of the neck. The neck kind of is far more twisted than it should be, but I spent a lot of time and energy and not money, if my wife is watching, fixing it up. Got a new bridge, got some Bigsby parts. It was a little gummy, and now it's very awesome. And the pickguard's mirrored, so I can blind audience members, which is always fun. Can't wait to play that. I always wanted one of these. It's semi-hollow, but with the 3 ugly pickups in it, so it sounds fun, looks weird. Very excited. I got some new clamps while I was gone, so this will be great for binding repairs. Nice soft jaws, and it just kind of uses friction to hold stuff together. Not a lot of clamping power, but everything you need to glue binding back. So, fun toys. What we're going to do today is work on a pointy guitar. We're putting EMG pickups in this, which is really cool. They're all quick connect with blocks and little connectors and stuff, and they're a lot of fun. And the kits come with everything you need. So, I mean, conceivably, you could order the set from us and install it yourself in an afternoon and have a lot of fun doing it, because I know I will. So first step is just pulling off all the old hardware. You can leave that switch in place. We don't have to be too careful about the old harness, since we already have replacements for everything. So that means instead of desoldering everything, we'll just disconnect what we need to. So snip the pickups off as close to the pot as possible, so we have plenty of lead in case the customer wants to reuse them. And I lied, we might have a little desoldering to do, but we'll get there when we get there. So as best practice, I try to snip, like I said, really close to the pot, so we don't have to replace wire if we need to reuse this. Generally, the pots themselves you want to upgrade anyway. You wouldn't really want to reuse these smaller sized imported pots. Players generally like the feel of the full size variety. They just, because there's more surface area as they spin, you can adjust them a little bit finer while you're playing. Doesn't necessarily affect the sound unless you change the values of the pots, but it's a fun upgrade and it feels nice anyway. So once we have everything removed from the back, come back around, pull the pickups out. I already took the tension on the strings down. Sometimes you have to pull the strings completely to replace pickups. I think we can get away with what we have here. The strings look pretty new, so I don't want to change them if I don't have to. Something like a Strat with a big pick guard that has to be completely removed. I usually cut the strings. It's a pain getting them out from underneath, even just loose strings, and I don't want like the bottom of, because all the hardware is connected to the pick guard, and I do not want to risk like something not clearing and scratching the finish where the pick guard's not going to cover. That is something I've been able to avoid, and I do not want to start now. As long as you're careful with a guitar like this and the tension's pretty loose, always kind of like covering the sharp spot with sacrifice your body for the guitar. So if anything happens, it happens to something that will heal, like your hands, I suppose. And that's just best practice for anything, really. Sacrifice your hands. They're not all that important. So we're pulling out the pickups now. They're kind of fun, kind of heavy, and checking the back to make sure we get them in the right position. When manufacturers initially winding pickups, they didn't really have specified like neck and bridge pickups. That didn't come around until later. So on like vintage Strats and Les Pauls, they just wound pickups and threw them in positions, and you got what you got. Now they tailor them to specific positions. This is a custom set. I think it's the Marty Friedman set from EMG. So they work tirelessly to design the pickups. You should put them where they're supposed to be. So you don't want to make Marty angry. Marty Friedman. Our Marty, I don't think, would care. But that's fine. All right, so fun little connectors here. There's a little arrow that you should always see as you're connecting the pickup. That's how you know it's the right way up, and it's gonna be wired correctly. And you slide it in there like that. So this one is a bridge. We're gonna come back and put the neck in its surround. So normally I tell people when they bring in a guitar to have the pickups swapped, this is the part they're paying for. Putting the pickups in these plastic surrounds can be the most annoying part of the job. There's like 3 things you got to hold together, one of them being a spring. Luckily, these springs aren't super long. So you kind of have to use your body to stabilize the screwdriver. It's weird. All right, that's in there. Looking for that little arrow on the connector and just slide it together. And they're normally more fun than this. I don't know why these are being such a pain today. There we go. All right, so one of the other difficult parts of installing an EMG set is sometimes the routes in the guitar don't facilitate the thicker connectors, especially if it wasn't manufactured with EMGs specifically. Looks like we're gonna luck out. Nothing has to be enlarged here. But sometimes a little bit of a struggle getting it. And you always have to be as super careful. You don't want to separate the plastic connectors from the wires. They don't like to go back in. So luckily I have a lot of spares that I keep on hand from other installs just in case, but just best not to break things before they're installed. That's how I find the job goes a little easier. There we go. So we have the pickups in. I like to keep as much excess wire in the cavity as possible to keep the control area as clean as possible. We'll put a screw in just so we can rotate the guitar without the pickups flying around and ruining everything on the top. Perfect. We're gonna have to move those holes a bit for these aftermarket pickup rings. And now we have our two pickup leads. The longest one is always from the bridge pickup just because it is the closest, so there's more wire coming out. From there, we're basically just plugging everything in together. We have our volume pot here. The customer wanted 1 volume and 2 tones. So we have a neck tone and a bridge tone. We're going to plug the what am I trying to say here? Plug the pickup leads into the tone knobs. Everything's labeled nicely. And then plug some jumpers from the tone knobs. Switch that into this main block. So it's labeled for the bridge pickup input and neck pickup input as well as an output. The red is to power the system. We're going to have to run a battery for these pickups and kind of hide it in the cavity here. So that's how we apply power to everything. And then our output from the block goes to our master volume. Kind of the beauty of this system is you can mix and match almost any scheme you want on the fly. It's easy to diagnose if something didn't quite go right. Eventually we're going to have to I'll have to get my wire strippers out and hook the jack up to the blocks here on the front. They just tighten down. So again, you don't really have to do any soldering. The output jack even comes with a special lead that already has clips on it, so you just have to kind of connect it and it's all good. And then that comes off of our, where's our volume here? Comes right off the volume. So it's, as long as you can follow the diagrams that come included in the kit, I mean, it is quite fun. It can put it in just about any guitar, as long as there's room to hide the battery somewhere or already has a battery box routed on it. Yeah, they're nice high-powered set. They're great for, you know, really all styles. All types of guitar players use active pickups. So it's just a fun upgrade for your instrument if you're looking for more output and you want it a little bit cleaner than like a high output passive set of pickups. Yeah, so the rest of this I'm gonna have to do at my bench, and yeah, it's an overview of EMG pickups. It's the Matt Chat featuring Matt with Matt.
There it is. Okay, had to fix the camera. We're good. Dings in the chat for Matt, everyone. Oh, almost dropped the camera. Come on, camera. Not camera, microphone. You didn't have enough coffee today. All right, dings in the chat for Matt. That's, I would say, probably the coolest thing I like watching you do is like when you get out like the solder gun and you're like doing electrical work. It's crazy and wild. It's fun. Yeah. So electrical work on guitars, we can do that here. Matt's a professional. He can do it. He can do anything. Yes, he can. All right, so before we hop over to the minute, I'm just gonna finish up this tenor cork. now that our cameras are working correctly. So we got it fit. Well, we got it set. So how I now sand it and get it down to fit is a little different than some people. So we do have this right here. You see that? You see that right there? Bench peg where you'd put the clarinet in, and with just a little bit of pressure, you can then go through and sand it this way. A lot of people do that. I don't. I got taught a different way, and this is just kind of how I do it. I've got my strip of sandpaper, and I simply hold it against that cork, and I just pull it over like this, and I go around, and just get it to sand, or get it down to where you need it. And once that's done, you fit it, which is good. All right. So I'd go back and forth with the sandpaper. I did that a bit while Matt was doing his part. So a little bit of cooking show there, I suppose. But one other thing that we do is we need to seal it. And we use wax, paraffin wax to do so. We're just gonna put some on. Putting it on the cork, just like this, just going around. Okay, then I take my heat gun and just a little bit till it's melted, just like that. You can also kind of friction melt it if you need, but that works really well. So now that there's cork wax on there, now if there's just, I mentioned before when I first did it that I try my best to keep the edges clean from the glue, but sometimes it gets on there. So we just use a bit of friction to clean it off. Make sure it's a nice clean edge. Like that. Then I'll take a Q-tip, one of my favorite tools, and get the shoulder, not the pit. There we go. Great question, Aaron. So you're wondering, this is a lot lighter in color than this one. One, it darkened a bit when we put the wax on it. But yeah, it's clean, it's new, it's fresh. So this one's a bit of an older cork, but it's still solid. It just looks a little bit darker from just sort of use, right? So if we look at those two, both of these tenon corks work. This one's older, this one's brand new. You can see the color there. When they start to disintegrate or peel off or come off, that's when we need to replace them, or they're just not, they've compressed to the point where they don't work anymore. So, but with the wax on, fits right on, there we go. We did that. We did the key at the bottom. This one we got to clean the mouthpiece, clean the barrel and bell, and this one will be good to go. But first, we'll do that later. But instead, we'll finish this after the stream. I think it's time. I don't know about you, but I think it's time. I don't know about you, but I think it's time. Stalling while someone gets ready. I think it's time for everyone's favorite segment, the Molly Minute. That's not what I wanted. What happened? Oh, here it is. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, the Molly Minute. Bring!
Okay, maybe I'll add. Maybe I'm not ready. I don't have any of my tools, but it's fine.
Oh, that's okay. I'll stop the camera. What are you doing today?
Is a repad.
Why?
That's a great question.
Because you're learning saxophone and it's a great next step? You think maybe that's it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, how quickly did you have me do a clarinet repad and a flute repad and
Pretty
whatnot?
quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great way to just kind of dive in and learn. So, I'll tell you what, let me talk about this instrument while you go get your tools. Let me see that microphone really quick. So I think this is a good moment to talk about our rental fleet. So this is an instrument from our rental fleet, but the plating and stuff is really starting to come off. It's starting to wear. Functionally, still a pretty dang good saxophone, but cosmetically, just below our standards. So we retired it. It's not quite up to our standards cosmetically. It doesn't look great. And again, we've talked about it multiple times. When someone rents from us and they open a case, no matter what the grading is on it, like we want it to be, wow, look at that instrument. So this one got pulled out. But because it's still a nice horn, we're going to use it as an educational tool for Miss Molly. Are you ready now?
Yes.
Okay, it's only been an hour to get ready, but that's fine. All right. What are you gonna do?
Take it apart.
Okay, talk us through that.
I have to take it apart because then we have to take all of the pads off and the corks off and
Okay.
clean it.
Yeah. So go for it. What
Still,
are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out. I was gonna say something, but you're like, blah, blah. I am still trying to figure out because my thing is a little bit different than yours. The saxophone stand.
Oh, is it your sax stand?
Huh?
The one that you're using is your sax stand?
The one that I'm using.
All right, let's adjust the camera, make sure we can get the whole. There we go. Sorry, pause. Pause production, reset, and we're good to go. All right,
Cool.
so this is the second time you've done this. Look, we got some dent work we get to do a little bit of.
Cool.
It's gonna be great. What a perfect horn to start on. So
Great.
you've taken apart a horn before,
Yes.
okay? Let's see if you can do it. Oh, it's for key guards. Let's see if you can do it with less of my help. You got this.
Okay. I know what I'm doing. I promise.
Yeah, of course you do. Just talk through where you're starting and why you're starting there.
You want to go top to bottom and take off the stuff that's on, like the top first. So that's what I'm doing. Do you want me to grab my screw board?
Oh, yeah, we'll do that. 'Cause it
Okay.
looks sick.
I was gonna say. Do.
Now, when you talk top to bottom, on a saxophone, we typically think top of the horn is up here, bottom is
Right,
here.
okay,
So you're
so
saying layering of the
layering,
keys,
yeah.
right? Okay, so technically you're starting with the bottom keys because that's this bottom key cluster.
Right.
Okay, which
But
one's
it's-
this? What key name is that?
I don't know. Is that a C? That's the C. E?
B flat,
B flat?
B. Okay, go.
Yep. I'll learn the key names. I have a sheet for that.
It's okay.
Which one's... I got it. Everything's fine. Trying to take off all the keys. Forgot about the springs. Springs are important. I'm sure. Taking off all the springs because it's easier to take off the keys when the springs are deactivated. Because then it's not blocking me from taking them off. That's the wrong screwdriver.
You're doing great.
I am doing great. You know what? The key. Saxophones have a lot more screws than flutes and clarinets do, which is interesting to me. These are a little stuck. That's a really stuck.
Yeah, sometimes pivot screws are just like I did with the clarinet. Sometimes there's a bit of thread lock around there to keep them snug and kind of snapped in place. So you have to have enough hand power to break that without messing up the screw at all.
Right.
Which is why we've talked about this, if you were to use this tiny screwdriver,
Yeah.
either your screwdriver would have broke or you would have messed up the channel for the flathead to go into. So having
Messed
the
up
right
the
size
screw.
screwdriver is super important.
Right. Oh, I got it. Everything's fine. Where's my screwdriver? Just getting these bottom keys off. Maybe, probably.
You got this? Now, hold on. We've talked about this before. There's these big, giant, sharp springs here. Okay.
I know.
Yep,
see
I know
them.
you know this, but I'm just reminding you because you're putting a lot of pressure, like you have to, right? You have to put a ton of pressure, not a ton, but enough to keep that screwdriver in and break the thread. Please, please, please be careful. Just like Chris mentioned in his stream last week, the biggest danger is stabbing yourself with these springs. So if you're putting a ton of pressure in there, just be super aware that this is right there. This is
Yeah.
going to be your biggest culprit. So have your hand in a position where if it slips, you're not going to hurt yourself, okay? I know it's a lot to think about, but I'm trying to teach you the lessons that I learned the very hard way.
Don't get stabbed by a saxophone.
Ooh, Chris, that's a really cool point. The twin tip soldering iron is a good way to loosen up. So you heat up the thread locker basically. Okay, cool. Sorry, hands off. Shouldn't do it. I almost helped you. How dare I?
Which is it this one?
Yep, right there is good.
Cool. I'm gonna remember these things. Gross.
Good. Now, honestly, kind of disassembling, it's kind of nice to just kind of come up from the bottom and move your way up, because these would be next. And you can't take this off. Well, you'll have to start here, but you can't really take this whole cluster off until you do this, because that long, you couldn't take this off before the keys because the keys were in the way. This is one long rod. So it just kind of, for me, I tend to start here, and then we'll kind of take a lot of this stuff off. But you can't take any of this off before, so it's the layering, right? So
Yeah.
I said I wouldn't help you, and here I am. I continue to. You got this. I'll be quiet.
Wait, no, I'm quiet. Hold up.
No, you got to talk more. You heard that click?
Yeah, I
That's
did hear that
yeah,
click.
that's really good.
Yeah. Keep thinking my screwdriver is gonna break because it's already broken, but we don't talk about that.
You can get really cool, strong screwdrivers like this.
Tell that to my mother. You
She's
wanna
right there.
tell
really
her?
nice
No,
screwdriver.
she wants to know. She actually does want to know what screwdrivers do I need.
I can send a list.
You
Email
wanna
me.
talk about the screwdrivers and what screwdrivers you think I need?
So you're
Yeah,
kind
I
of going
know
at that
it's stuck.
weird. Remember this? What's nice about this accent is you can
Yeah.
change the angle. So now, yep, there, much easier.
Yeah.
Oh, you just got called out by your mom.
Molly is not quiet. Hold up. Hey. Whoa. Mom. Thanks, Mom. I appreciate your wisdom. Trying to get these other screws
Yep.
out.
Now I appreciate making sure that this is clear, because if that were to slip, you don't want to stab yourself in the arm.
Yeah, no. I do not want to stab myself in the arm. I'd rather not. Christmas is coming. Okay. Ah!
Okay. Now I kind of had it backwards a little bit, but now if you use the stand and kind of shift, the next set of layering kind of comes out. So
Can't take off this because this has to come off first because that doesn't come off. Okay.
what should you do first?
This one?
Well, what should you do first?
Oh. Deactivate the spring. I'm gonna call it deactivating
Sure.
now.
Deactivate, yeah.
I'm gonna deactivate the springs. Safety third.
Safety third.
What is first and second, Mother?
Pride on a job well done.
Coffee.
And coffee.
And coffee.
Yeah, coffee's first. Good. All right. Which one are you going for first? Good.
I
Yeah,
did
so
it.
you got one more key and we're gonna run into something that we haven't seen before. I don't think.
That is really stuck. And my screwdriver is broken.
All right, yeah, we can look at that in a little bit. Let's take the next key off. There we go. Gotta take that screw out before you can slide it out.
Got it. Yeah, someone really Loctited all these screws. They're like, we don't want this to move. Nah. It's stuck.
All right, now we do want to continue down on that cluster that you're doing. We've got this here. This is like a guard for the key rods, basically. A couple different models have them. This one is just friction fit in, as you can see, but sometimes a lot of them have like a set screw down here that keeps it in place. So when you see one of these, always try to look out for that set screw, because if you try to pull it off and that's on there, you're probably gonna break it or something. But it's pretty obvious when we see it. I think Jupiter is one that has it. I think there might be another I'm missing, I'm sure. But so we have to remember now, this is the hard part, is when you reassemble, that needs to go back on. Because it's going to be really annoying when you get it all assembled and you're like, oh, I got to take a bunch of keys off because I forgot this. So take it off. Nice. Good job.
Broke my screwdriver.
You broke your screwdriver. Cool. Why don't you use a good one? Now with that one,
I can get the screw out.
the Music Medic screwdriver here, we have a stuck pivot screw. So this rotates at the end, but if we pull up a little bit and rotate it, now it doesn't rotate at all. Gives us a lot more torque. So if we have a stuck pivot screw like this, we can just give it a little bit more effort. Now it comes right out. Music Medic, sponsor us. All right, there you go. You want to use that? Mm-hmm. Cool. One day we'll get a sponsorship.
One day.
What's next?
Everything's fine.
You could do that, yeah, absolutely. Now that screwdriver is going to be a little big on that, so I would switch to a smaller blade.
See, Adam just knows these things because he's been doing this for so long.
Because I'm old.
Totally said that.
I was waiting for
but
it.
I could make you feel old. You've been doing this for 12 years?
Wow.
Goodbye.
So the octave mechanism is a bunch of keys put together. So if you take the rod out without paying attention, they'll just fall right out onto the floor.
That's fine.
Yeah, kind of like it did.
Or did that? I found it.
One thing you're going to want to also eventually do, well, it doesn't matter here, but I do try to keep keys in a general area that's relative to themselves. So I know, oh, this is the octave key cluster, but actually, now that I think about it, I'm just going to mix all the keys up for you. So,
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
Well,
I
part of the
appreciate
fun is like
It's okay.
figuring
I have
out.
a diagram.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah. But part of the
cheat
fun,
sheet.
I think, is for me personally, one of the joys I get out of repair in general is at the beginning, not so much anymore because I know, but figuring out how they all go together, kind of like a Tetris kind of thing, right? That concept of just, oh, where does this fit? How does that go? What's the best process for taking them apart and putting it together? So, anyways, you're not done yet?
You are the Obi-Wan of instrument repair.
Nah, I think that's not true. I'm more like I'm like one of the Jedi that was in the background for one scene.
What?
Did a lot of cool stuff off camera.
And then Anakin killed you.
And then Anakin killed
me,
you.
yeah. I would put it next to that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I was one. I was one of the background teacher Jedi when Anakin came and wiped out the temple. I was like, "Oh, something going on?" Well, just totally oblivious to the fact that I
Something
said,
going on?
"Oh, Anakin,
What's
I
up,
know
man?
you." Ah!
What's up, man?
Yeah, so this is the one downside is these don't they don't quite fit in there. So I would use, if you can, use that one. Don't break it.
I'm trying not to.
Here, let me.
Well, if I have my, I can fix this if I have the Allen wrench.
All of your screwdrivers break.
I know, it's just this one. Well, it's this one and the other one, but it's fine.
It's just all of them.
It's just the handle. I just need new handles. That's what I need. It's fixed now. I fixed it.
Okay, I got a loot for you.
I fixed it.
I almost sounded like Yoda.
Fixed for you. I
I'm
did.
not gonna do a Yoda voice. It'll be bad for audio. Just kind of just screaming.
What kind of Yoda voice are you doing?
I don't know. I just kind of screamed before and it said it was like Yoda.
You screamed?
That's what happened.
You don't have the mic on, so
What's that?
you don't have the mic.
I don't have the mic on yet.
Don't scream.
I could probably do an R2D2 pretty good.
Dude. There you go.
It's my R2D2. You know, like when R2D2 gets a truck.
Yep. That R2D2.
Yeah, there's two different R2D2 impressions. I can only do the one. All right, so hold on a second. So this key you're trying to take off, but what's it blocking it?
Huh?
You're trying to take this key off, but where does it go? And what's blocking it?
Oh, it's in there. Never mind then.
Yeah. No, you're good. That's correct.
Boy.
That is correct.
Oh, this is all just gonna fall
Sorry,
off, isn't
everyone. I don't. No one was expecting R2D2. No one's expecting that R2D2. All right, so it's not. Yeah.
it? Thought it was.
You can blame me.
I usually do.
Good.
Uh-oh.
Is that in the way?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well,
Oh.
okay.
See, I knew it was gonna happen that time.
Hey,
I paid
she's
attention.
learning.
I paid attention. What is this?
Upper stack. See it?
No, I'm blind.
There you go. Now you can take that key off.
Do 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 do.
You got 15 minutes left. No pressure.
Oh no. Oh no.
Good.
It's gonna be repadded by the end, right?
Yeah, you got 15 minutes to fully repad this whole thing.
Ah.
Is that a nice screwdriver?
It is a nice screwdriver. Mom, these are really nice screwdrivers. If you didn't already know. If you weren't already aware.
So, as I mentioned before, we kind of put a pause on the channel points stuff. But I think now's a really good time in the middle of this for you to read a dad joke.
For me?
Yeah.
Ow. I've not. Okay.
What? Read it.
Okay. What musical instrument do you find in the bathroom? A tuba toothpaste. Why you laugh so hard at that?
That's not what I expected, I suppose, but that was so bad.
That was bad.
Yeah, can we get an email address that's like dadjokes@heidmusic.com or something?
What is?
Is that actually
what
hard
is-
to do? Or is
What
it?
is?
I could ask Jason.
What is? What is?
What'd you do? Sorry. What'd you do? Oh. Yeah, you can put it right here next to. It's the key that goes with the lever.
I'm gonna remember where all of these
Yeah.
things
You
go.
will. Now, what are you doing? Keep
Trying
talking.
to take these. Everything's fine.
You got this.
Trying to take these screws off. It's been what I've been doing for the past 10 minutes,
You think it's been 10 minutes?
15 minutes. No, what? 20 minutes.
It's been 3 minutes.
It's only.
Whoa.
You know that you time me, right? So it's only fair that you'll be timed soon.
Mhm. No.
You know, talk through what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing. It's a great question. Half the time I'm like, maybe.
So this is like the side key cluster is kind of what I call it, right? So there's the levers for the. Oh, I'm gonna test myself. C and B flat. Is that what it was?
I don't know.
So I would take this one off first, which will give you access to that pivot screw.
Yeah.
And you're pretty close to being done. You got 10 minutes, by the way. No pressure.
Speed run. I'm gonna speed run this. You ever just play a game and you accidentally do a speedrun trick?
I don't play games.
Lies.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
As you're doing this, you know, talk and work at the same time.
Mhm.
As you get more and more into saxophone repair,
Mhm.
what are you most excited about, and what are you most nervous about? If you are comfortable sharing.
I'm most excited about, I guess what I really want to get down is sealing the pads because that's what I've had trouble with. I'm most nervous about how many keys there are, and just because like on clarinet I know this is what thickness of cork I need for this key. Where does this go?
That'll work.
This is what thickness cork I need for this key, but like saxophone's a whole different thing. And so kind of learning that and memorizing that, I think that's what I'm most nervous about with this. Is just trying to learn all that.
Well, did you know that stuff when you did clarinet? When you started?
No,
No.
but there's
you do
not as
now.
many keys.
Well, yeah, that's why it's a good place to start. And now you generally know where the corks are, on average, right? It's not
Right.
100% across the board, but you have a pretty good idea of a starting point. The same will be said about, I was right, C and B flat. The same will be the case on saxophone. It just takes time and repetition. And honestly, as far as how many keys there are, just like with clarinet, just going through and disassembling and reassembling 1,000 times is
Right.
going to be your best bet at figuring that stuff out.
If only I had a saxophone. I had a saxophone.
You have one here.
Well, my own saxophone that I could do a project on.
What, are you gonna do it at home?
No,
This is our project horn.
I
You're
know.
gonna disassemble and assemble this 1,000 times.
Oh, really?
This one horn.
Cool. I'm gonna know. What is this?
Cannonball. You're gonna know cannonball.
I'm gonna know
in and out.
Cannonball
Yeah.
so well. I'm gonna be the expert in Cannonball.
Big words.
What am I, 5? Expert
Good
is
job.
5.
Big. I meant like the meaning behind them, not the big words themselves.
Oh.
Come on, Molly.
Jeez, I thought you were like making fun of me because I don't
Good job,
speak
Molly.
well.
Use the word expert.
I was like, oh, I know that word. What do you mean? I read. I read.
You know what? I'm not gonna tell your mom about those screwdrivers.
Oh, come on. Wait a minute. Whoa. Let's not be rash.
All right, you're almost done. Let's go.
I know.
6 minutes.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
I got it. Oh, no.
Careful.
I'm being careful.
Molly's making a splash into cannonballs. Kind of like the swimming.
Almost murdered.
That wasn't mine. That was Ethan's joke.
Ethan. Jesus.
How are you feeling
I
right
can
now?
do this. I can do this.
Yeah, we all know you can. You've done it before.
Once.
And now twice. You've doubled the amount of experience you have.
Whoa, that's some perspective.
Yeah.
What if we chanted Molly for the next 8 minutes?
Please don't. I hate that idea, actually.
Wow. Big words.
What word?
Do
I?
you not understand the phrase? No, we're gonna have to talk about this after. All right, we're almost there.
Ah.
That might be the smaller one, I think, because it's a rod.
You and your fancy
It works better.
nitpicks. I love how there's like a dent. Not like a dent, but a
Yeah.
thing carved
Yeah,
out.
it's nice
for
when they
this.
think about the repair techs and they make them. Not everyone does. Okay. You got 1 minute.
Whoa, 1 minute.
Careful, careful.
I'm being careful. I'm being careful.
Are you?
Maybe.
You're just kind of throwing stuff around.
I'm not throwing. I didn't throw anything. I've never thrown anything in my life.
What if this is a $40,000 saxophone? You're
It's
just tossing
not.
the keys on the mat, tossing the keys on your tools. Tools just kind of mixed in.
Everything's fine. Do you want me to take the key guards off?
Well, you have another key up here. It's a lever.
Oh, where did that
You have
come
40
from?
seconds to do it.
Whoa,
30 seconds.
stop it.
20. 5.
Stop, that is not right time. I know time, that's not correct.
I've just been making up these numbers
I
anyways
know.
the whole time.
Well, where's this go?
Right there. All right. Good. So for right now, this is good. We will take the key guard screws off, or the key guards off, okay? And we're gonna do the flushing, and you'll remove all the pads. We're gonna do this. Are you comfortable doing this all on stream?
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool. We'll do this whole project on stream. We won't do anything off camera, but we'll do sections at a time. Next will be the cleaning and the removal of the pads and corks. After that, we'll start one section at a time. Well, actually, we'll do some dent work, make sure the body's good, and then we'll keep going from there. So, cool. Do you want to push? Which one is it? That one right there.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, the Molly Minute. Bring!
Camera comes back.
Hold
You're
up.
out of. Oh, they're back. Sorry. I'm just joking. You're good. You're good. Great job. Dings in the chat for Molly. Right there. I moved it. Hey, good news. You can get it in a second. Gosh, she's just like, get out of here. I'm done. Dings in the chat. Dings in the chat for Molly. Yeah, so I feel like I've mentioned this before, but I'm going to mention it again. Molly, come here. High five. You're doing really good. Okay. There's people watching you, and you're learning a skill from start to finish, and that's really, really hard. I wouldn't be able to do it, but you're doing it, and that's really, really cool, and it's very brave of you. And I really appreciate, I'm learning from you, your ability to like be vulnerable and learn and stuff in front of people. That's really cool. So, and you're gonna be wonderful. You already are wonderful, but I mean, a saxophone repair tech, you're gonna be amazing at it. So, dings in the yeah, you were just yeah. Let's just end it. Let's just end it here. Thanks everyone for coming out. And as we always say, keep her going and keep her good. You have so much to work on.
Let us help you find your melody.